My sense is that Hunter's going to jail so Joe doesn't have to. And when he comes out, he'll be rewarded for his loyalty, like a made man in a Biden crime family. This is a distraction from the influence peddling and the kickbacks.
You can't just keep saying crime family. Well, I guess you can, and maybe you should. After Donald Trump was found guilty of 34 counts, you probably want to pretend that everyone is equally criminal. The idea that Joe Biden, who, for all of his many faults, which we have detailed for years on this channel, is going to lock his son up to save himself. Joe Biden does have a lot of faults, but he obviously loves his kids. That's like the core of who Joe Biden is. That and old-timey phrases is the core of who Joe Biden is. That is utter madness. They are hacks. They are fakes and phonies on Fox News. I feel so bad for conservatives who consume this stuff. But Sharon, it's out there. They're not satisfied. It's all a conspiracy, as everything is.
Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the Damage Report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you.
Hunter, the maid guy who's saving the rest of the family and will get like trash bags full of money when he gets out of federal prison. By the way, he really could be. People are saying, oh, first offense. Remember, he's also facing the tax evasion issue. That's a federal case that's coming down the pike.
Yep.
He really could, as you said, go to prison for extended time here. And these people are just playing these games as if Hunter Biden, listen, he's important, but if you read his book, he doesn't even remember several years of his life, okay? And what are we gonna do about 7-Eleven, where all the deals with this mob family apparently went down? I mean, it's ridiculous, okay? It's ridiculous, and they know it. And I also think the group think is just so distasteful. I mean, they all, Charlie Kirk, all these people start tweeting out the same thing. They get on a party line, they discuss it, and then they push it out. And people actually consume this garbage. And they are on my feed, probably yours too, trolling, saying, hey, this is what happened. And I wish you people in the media would learn the facts, the real truth, you know, QAnon style.
Yeah, 100%. I get why they do it. I've said it many times. They are drug dealers. Not literally, they deal a drug, and the drug needs to be pure, and it needs to be purer than the other person that's selling it. And well, if Ben Shapiro said this, then I got to be even more loyal and more specific and more extreme and more pure, and I got to jam it into their veins, and that's appealing. You know, high quality drugs are great. I hear from Hunter Biden, but anyway, no, I'm kidding. But it isn't real. Nothing always lines up the way you want it to. That's not how reality works. That's how a fantasy works. That's how a grift works. So when you see someone selling something where, oh, what do you know? They were always right and every prediction was true and they're always a victim and everybody's coming after them constantly, always 24/7. Maybe it's fake, you know? Maybe it's not real. Consider that. And also, I will just say, if you are going to try to put forward the idea that someone is presiding over like a criminal enterprise, and we know that because people around them are getting arrested. I mean, look at Hunter Biden. Look at Donald Trump. Honestly, Paul Manafort, Mike Flynn, Roger Stone, Michael Cohen. We could go down the list. People have accrued. I think the Washington Post did like a map of all of his associates who spent time in prison or been disbarred. Look at all the Rudy Giuliani and Jenna Ellis and Sidney Powell and Cheese Bro probably someday. Like, who is the mob boss here? Who's surrounded by the goons and the lackeys and the patsies? But anyway, let's turn. Oh, sorry, you had a thought?
Well, just real quick, I was gonna say, I like your drug analogy, and that's what it is. You're not saying literally, but I like it, but it makes me wonder and worry because the audience is addicted, like fentanyl. You know, you try it once, you can't escape it. It's opioids, you know, it's so addictive that you can't quit it. And I think that's where we are too. I think you labeled it discomfort in part a few minutes ago. I think it's all of that. This is their drug and they need more. And that's really the danger in it. It's so fake to people like you and I who've never picked up one of those conspiracy pills, okay? But the people who said, oh, I think I'll try it, there's no turning back apparently.
Yeah, Yeah, well, and I think they know that. I think every one of these people who is peddling this, a lot of people are calling it copium, which I guess it is in a way. It's not just copium, it's also ragium and lustium and suspiciousium. It's a lot of those things. It's the primal base emotions that people want to feel. Life is complex, make this good for me. They know that if they ever provide anything that's not pure, that's it. You're done, okay? Fox experienced that. Before they lined up back around Donald Trump. That's why Newsmax had that big boost, because they were selling something that was pure for a time. And so Fox decided, well, we can have our ethics or we can have our audience. That's not really a decision. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.